చేసుకుందాం అనే స్ఫూర్తితో ముందుకు వెళ్ళాలి అని కోరుకుంటూ తదుపరి కార్యక్రమం ఇంట్లోనే కాదు బయట కూడా చక్కటి నిర్ణయాలు తీసుకోవడం మహిళలకి ఎంతగానో అవసరం. అత్యున్నత న్యాయస్థానంలో ఒక చీఫ్ జస్టిస్ గా ఉండడం అంటే మామూలు విషయం కాదు. తెలుగువారు మనకి చాలా అభిమానులు. జస్టిస్ జి రోహిణి గారు, చీఫ్ జస్టిస్ ఆఫ్ ఢిల్లీ హైకోర్టు, ఇప్పుడు మాట్లాడబోతున్నారు.
Honorable Ms. Justice G. Rohini is the Chief Justice of Delhi High Court. On 21st April 2014, she became the first woman Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court. Previously, she was a judge at Andhra Pradesh High Court since 2001. Earlier, she actively practiced mostly in the Andhra Pradesh High Court at Hyderabad, appeared in various types of writ petitions, civil, criminal, labor and service matters, and later became chairman of the Andhra Pradesh State Bar Council. She was appointed as a government pleader in the High Court of Andhra Pradesh in 1995 and continued till she was elevated to the bench in the year 2001. As a government pleader, she was in charge of departments of food and civil supplies, consumer affairs, science technology, environment, irrigation and command area development, energy, finance and planning, labor, employment and training from time to time. She was appointed as the judge at Andhra Pradesh High Court in 2001. She was also involved in legal journalism as a reporter and executive editor of Andhra Pradesh Law Journals. We are honored to welcome Justice Ms. Rohini to the first National Women's Parliament.
His Excellency Sri E.S.L. Narasimhan, the Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana states, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu, Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Dr. Kodela Sivaprasad Rao, Honorable Speaker of AP Legislative Assembly, Dr. A. Chakrapani, Honorable Chairman AP Legislative Council, Sri Y. Sujana Chaudhary, and the other distinguished dignitaries on the dais, distinguished guests, the young girl students and women who have come from many parts of the state and even the other parts of the country also to participate in this parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to you all. I'm really extremely happy and I consider it an honor and great privilege to associate myself with this National Women Parliament being organized by the AP Legislative Assembly. I congratulate Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu, Chief Minister of the State of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Kodela Sivaprasad Rao, the Speaker, and the entire team for conceiving a very laudable project which would work for elevation of the status of the women. I'm sure that this would go a long way to instill confidence in girl children and to enable them to aim at bigger goals and to prove themselves in whatever field they choose. I've seen that various issues have been slated for discussion during this three-day parliament. All the issues are very interesting and apt to arrive at constructive solutions for ensuring women empowerment and upliftment of the status of women. I am grateful to the organizers for having given me this opportunity to participate in this program and to share my thoughts with all of you. It was about 7 decades ago, the people of India have given the constitution to themselves, which guaranteed equality of status and equal opportunity to all its citizens. Discrimination on the ground of gender is expressly prohibited. Various legislations have been enacted from time to time for protection of social, political and economic rights of women and for elevation of their status in the society. We have in fact entered a new era where we are able to discuss various issues of women which hitherto remained invisible in the public domain. For instance, the domestic violence has always been considered to be a private issue. However, we could make a legislation, we could enact a legislation defining what is domestic violence and providing protection to women from domestic violence. Similarly, the recent enactment brought out to protect women from sexual harassment at workplaces, and it is also a very progressive step taken by the state to protect the rights of women to work with dignity. Despite all these steps taken by the state for uplifting the status of women, the fact remains that there are still multiple obstacles in achieving gender equality. In fact, having regard to the emerging trends in the nature of crime and violence against women, the exploitation of women appears to be growing in different dimensions and new challenges are cropping up every day. I must say that in this scenario, it is absolutely essential to think about empowerment of women so as to equip them to meet the challenges and to lead a life with basic human dignity. They must be made to realize their potential and must be equipped to rise to a challenge and convert a difficulty into an opportunity. Before proceeding further, I would like to share with all of you my understanding of the expression women empowerment. No doubt, education, money, power and status achieved by a woman is indicative of empowerment. However, I feel that this is not sufficient. I feel that empowerment in true spirit can be secured only when a woman is able to live with basic human dignity and is not undermined or exploited on the basis of gender. She should be at liberty to choose the path of her life and be respected for her ideas, values and opinions. Having said so, I may add that gender differentiation is more ancient and more widespread than any other type of social differentiation. Women in almost all parts of the world belong to a vulnerable group whose social, cultural and economic rights are marginalized from the time immemorial. Though gender equality has been recognized as a human right, and many countries, including India, acknowledge the right of the women to live with dignity, the discrimination, exploitation and abuse of women, both within the family and outside, still persist. Violence against women in different forms persists, such as female feticide, child marriages, domestic violence, trafficking, sexual violence and harassment at workplaces. And even among the educated families, most of the women do not have economic independence despite the fact that they are earning equally with the other members of the family. They are also denied an opportunity to participate in decision making. There are other sensitive issues such as spacing children and choice of family planning in which most of the women have no say. That's what I'm saying. Even in most of the educated women, they don't have a say in these issues. Coming to rural areas, most of the women work in unorganized sectors and are constantly subjected to hard physical work apart from being exposed to exploitation at workplaces. There are no antenatal and neonatal care, and they work in deplorable sanitary conditions. Since human rights can no more be confined to mere food, shelter and clothing, it is essential to address all these issues to enable the women to live with basic human dignity in today's society. These are the challenges which we have to meet to achieve empowerment to women in letter and spirit. For this, I sincerely believe that the most important step shall be to make the citizens to understand that equal human rights for both men and women is the spirit of the very living. Our experience shows that people cannot be taught about the need for gender equality from formal education, but it requires infusion of human values to the younger generation by introducing the value-based education. More particularly, the causes of negativity shall be removed from human minds. If the young boys are trained in that direction, and if they can love their mother and sisters and respect their duties and emotions, they will certainly accept the right of a woman to lead a life of human dignity. Such attitude can be developed only by sensitizing the society at all levels about the need for providing equal status to women in all walks of life. To achieve this, courage, self-respect and self-confidence must be infused in a girl child from the childhood. They should be brought up in a fearless and harmonious atmosphere with full access to education and must be in a position to make out the career of their choice. Well, I'm extremely happy to share with all of you that I hail from Andhra Pradesh, and I'm told that 85% of the participants here are from Andhra Pradesh. And I feel that I'm a representative of the 85% of the participants who are here. So I would like to share some of my experiences in my life. The question often being faced by me is, what are your experiences? How could you reach this position? So just I would like to share my experiences with all of you. మీకు ముందుగా నేను చెప్పాలనుకున్నది ఏంటంటే, I was not born in a city. I was not brought up in a city. My father was an engineer, and he worked for most of the time in remote areas. So I had my education in Jilla Parishad schools and government schools. ఇది నేను మీకు చెప్పడానికి కారణం ఏమిటంటే, మనం ఎక్కడ చదువుకున్నాము అన్నది కాదు, what is the goal we have and what is the support we received to come up in the life. That is the most important thing. That's why I wanted to share with you. And I must tell you, ఈ రోజు నేను ఇక్కడ ఉన్నానంటే దీనికి కారణం the support I received from my family and the encouragement I received from my parents, the confidence they have reposed in me. And only ఒక్క విషయం మాత్రం మీకు నేను చెప్పాలనుకుంటున్నాను, అది మీ అందరికీ కూడా ఒక స్ఫూర్తిదాయకంగా ఉంటుందని. ఎందుకంటే ఈ ప్రోగ్రాం యొక్క ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశం నాకు తెలిసి ఇక్కడ ఉన్న ఆడపిల్లలందరికీ కూడా ఒక ఇన్స్పిరేషన్గా ఉండాలని చెప్పి, అంటే ఫ్యామిలీ సపోర్ట్ ఎలా అవసరమో అనేది చెప్పడానికి నేను చెప్తున్నాను. నాకు తెలిసి ఐ నెవర్ రిమెంబర్ ఎనీ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ వేర్ మై పేరెంట్స్ హ్యావ్ డిస్క్రిమినేటెడ్ ది బాయ్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ది గర్ల్స్. నన్ను ఎప్పుడూ కూడా నా అన్నదమ్ముల నుంచి వాళ్ళు వేరు చేసి చూడలేదు. ది గేవ్ అస్ ది ఈక్వల్ ఆపర్చునిటీ టు కమ్ అప్ ఇన్ ది లైఫ్. ఇంకొక ముఖ్య విషయం ఏమిటంటే, నేను 1981లో ప్రాక్టీస్లో చేరినప్పుడు, హైకోర్టులో జాయిన్ అయినప్పుడు అందరి అడ్వకేట్స్ లాగే నాది కూడాను చాలా స్ట్రగ్లింగ్ పీరియడ్. ఒక 10 ఏళ్ళ దాకా స్ట్రగుల్ అవ్వాల్సి వచ్చింది. ఆ మధ్యకాలంలో మా ఫాదర్ రిటైర్ అయ్యాక ఆయన ఎక్కడ సెటిల్ అవ్వాలి అంటే, ఆయన విశాఖపట్నంలో, వి హెయిల్ ఫ్రమ్ విశాఖపట్నం, మా స్వంత ఊరు విశాఖపట్నం కాబట్టి విశాఖపట్నంలో సెటిల్ అవ్వాలా అన్న ఒక సజెషన్ కూడా ఉన్నప్పటికీ మై ఫాదర్ టుక్ ఏ వెరీ బోల్డ్ డెసిషన్ అండ్ ఓన్లీ ఫర్ మై సేక్ he settled in Hyderabad. And because of that, I could continue my practice in Hyderabad. 1995 తెలుగుదేశం గవర్నమెంట్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత వారు మొట్టమొదటిసారిగా మహిళలకు రిజర్వేషన్ 33% రిజర్వేషన్ ఇస్తున్నప్పుడు మొట్టమొదటిసారిగా నాకు గవర్నమెంట్ లీడర్గా ఉండడానికి చాలా చిన్న వయసులో నాకు అవకాశం వచ్చింది. ఆ రకంగా నేను ఒక రకంగా వాట్ ఎవర్ మెరిట్ ఐ హ్యావ్, ఐ కుడ్ గెట్ దట్ ఎక్స్పోజర్. దానివల్ల నేను చాలా చిన్న వయసులో 2001లో నేను జడ్జి అవ్వడానికి నాకు అవకాశం దొరికింది. దాదాపు 14 ఏళ్ల పాటు నేను ఇక్కడ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో పనిచేసిన తర్వాత నేను ఢిల్లీ హైకోర్టుకి చీఫ్ జస్టిస్గా వెళ్ళాను. ఇప్పుడు అక్కడ దాదాపు 3 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి చీఫ్ జస్టిస్గా ఉన్నాను. అంత కీలకమైన పొజిషన్లో ఉండడానికి నాకు దోహదపడింది, పూర్తిగా నాకు సహాయం చేసింది నా ఫ్యామిలీ అండ్ మై పేరెంట్స్ అని నేను గర్వంగా చెప్పుకుంటున్నాను. సో నేను అనుకునేది, నేను కోరేది, ఇక్కడున్న ప్రతి ఒక్కరూ కూడాను ఫ్యామిలీ అన్నది అది అసలు ఈ మహిళలకు కావలసిన సాధికారత అన్నది ఎక్కడ మొదలవ్వాలంటే ఫ్యామిలీలో, కుటుంబంలో మొదలవ్వాలి. కుటుంబంలో స్త్రీ అమ్మాయిలని అబ్బాయిలని సరిసమానంగా చూడగలిగినప్పుడు తప్పకుండాను వారు పెరిగి పెద్దయినప్పుడు వారికి ఏ రకమైనటువంటి అటువంటి ఆలోచన, ఒక ఆడవాళ్ళ తక్కువ అన్న భావన వాళ్ళలో ఉండదు. మరి బిఫోర్ కన్క్లూడింగ్, I would like to make a request to all of you who are particularly the girl students who are present here, and I hope you would take it in the correct perspective. I request you, never treat your responsibility to take care of family and to bring up the children as an obstacle for your development as an individual. You must be able to enjoy the bliss of motherhood, and you must bring up your children as into ideal and good citizens. Do not forget that the mother is the first teacher of every child, and the teachings of mother play a vital role in shaping the future of children. If all of you truly believe it and follow it, you would be contributing your bit to create an ideal society free from all kinds of discrimination towards women. With this, I conclude, looking forward for a day when the womanhood will be considered as the greatest boon conferred by the Almighty. I again thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. జస్టిస్ రోహిణి గారికి గట్టిగా కరతాళ ధ్వనులతోటి అభినందనలు, మరి అలాగే సత్కరిస్తున్నారు గౌరవనీయులు ముఖ్యమంత్రి వర్యులు.